y'all. So I went ahead and finished all the way around my box with our finishing strips. Okay, and so I finished this part here and on the sides and everything. And so now we're going to go ahead and do the roof. So I went ahead and cut out my strips right here. I'm going to put one here, here to cover up the little these little openings here. You will have that when you put this together. Okay. Okay guys, so now we're going to do the roof part, and we're going to cover those with our little strips again, our finishing strips. Like we did with the top and bottom of our box, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here on our roof. So you're going to go ahead and grab some of those, put your score tape on it, and or your glue, and then you're going to go ahead and fold those in half and then stick those right on top, right where your score line is, right on that edge of the roof there. And then you're just going to go ahead and adhere those down. And then after you get those adhered down, you're going to go ahead and just, you're going to actually cut the little strip there. Okay, I'm doing the other side now. And then I'll show you, I'm getting ahead of myself. So then I'll show you what we're going to do next. So again, I'm just having some auditory problems with my microphone, and it's really hard to hear me for some reason during this recording. So again, parts of this part 2 will be my voice, and then it will also be me popping in and talking to y'all. So, okay guys, so now we've got our roof finishing strips on, and now we're going to go ahead and grab our scissors, and you're going to cut on either side of that little pinched line that you have up on top of your roof, and you're just going to pull that little tab off or pull it down. Okay, and just adhere that on. And then you're going to go ahead and any items that are sticking up, like I'm having some problems with my ends sticking up, you can just add some glue there and just go ahead and adhere those down. Okay. And I'm just using a little wipey that's dried to wipe up the excess glue that I have showing. Okay. And then you're going to go ahead and fold those down. So again, I'm just cutting a little part of the roof, and that little piece I'm just pulling down. Okay, we're pulling off. And then you will go ahead and you will burnish everything in, make sure that everything's nice and adhered down. You're going to go ahead and cut on the bottom side too, where your little strips fold over your roof part. You can go ahead and fold those down, and then once you cut that little tiny strip off again. Okay, and that's what I'm doing here. Is I'm just cutting a little tiny spot where I had that little what I want, like a score line or little folded point, and I cut that little piece off, and now I'm just tucking in those little tabs there. And Kathy goes over all of this with you in her tutorial. And now I'm just going ahead and I'm adhering all of the tabs down over my roof. And next we'll be going ahead and doing finishing strips on the bottom part too. So your little edges there that we glued on the roof part won't show. Okay? So they'll be nice and covered with your little finishing strips here. And again, like we did around our box, we're going to do the same thing around the bottom of the lid. So you're just going to go ahead and grab that one side of your finishing strip, and you're going to attach that to the roof part. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and burnish that down. You're going to go ahead and fold it over and kind of crease that. Okay, so that's what you want to do here, is you want to go ahead and crease it and wrap it around like we did with our box. Okay, and you will have another gap like we did with our box. You will have one here too, and you'll need to just fill that in the exact same way that we did our box. Okay, so here on the creases that we just did, okay, from laying down the finishing strip, I'm just cutting that little piece again. And I'm just kind of pulling that over and off. So, or you can just go ahead and attach that, just lay it down. So I'm just cutting right on either side of that crease. So that gives me like a little tiny piece. And I'm just pulling that in and over. Okay. Okay, y'all, so now we're going to go ahead and make sure we have everything burnished down before we fold our little flaps inside. And I'm just making sure that I have a smooth edge there, just like we did on our box. And you'll do that all the way around your lid, okay? So you'll just go ahead and burnish everything down, fold in your flaps so they're nice and attached. And make sure you have a smooth edge there. Okay. Oh my gosh. So now this is where it's going to get exciting, you guys. I am so excited that I have the house built. So it is almost done, and now we're just got to decorate it, and I'll be finding some papers and cutting all those out, and then I will be right back. Okay? I'm back. So went ahead and cut out all of my pieces I need for the house. And so I went ahead and cut out what I needed for the roof. And I went ahead and inked all my edges with the, what do you call it? Walnut stain. So yeah, so I inked all my edges. I didn't do that for my book, but for the house, I thought, you know, it would be like really nice to have an edging, a nice edge for everything. So I just need to do this one edge. Must have forgot. So just using walnut stain on this. Okay. And I can go ahead and do the roof. Okay. And I went ahead and scored my roof part. So I'm just trying to get that on there evenly. Just went ahead and I am just kind of laying this down over this. Now on Kathy, she tells you how she did hers, okay, and for mine is a little bit different, okay. So all right, so then I got my roof pieces here. There's one. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, and here's the other one. So just got to figure out where I want these and how I want them put on there. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this off here.
there are two sides, right? Because if there's two sides, then that means you could always pick one over the other. Although I really, really want this side because I really like this part right here. So it's so stinking pretty. Ah, okay. So now we can do the other side. Okie dokie. Okay. And then all of this stuff here will be, this down here is all going to be covered. Okay. So just to let you guys know. So all of this will be covered, and this will be covered with this. So I cut this out. These are 12 by 12s. They're okay. So I cut these out, and these are just the borders from the paper collection. Okay, niche there. Okay, because I really like how it says Christmas, Cherry Christmas, greeting, and so I like that. So I think that'll go really well, like that. And then for if I so we could do something like that, and then it still gives, it doesn't go all the way around, okay, but this will go and tie in. So we could that is okay. I mean, if you want to piece your stuff together, that's probably what I will do. And then this will go here like this. Okay. And that's going to leave me a little bit of a gap right there. And I can decorate it with something. So we can add flowers or something like that. So I can add something there. So yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and put that on there. And then for the roof part, I'm actually going to decorate the roof with this pretty lace. I love this lace, and I thought that would be really pretty sitting on top of there. So that's what we're going to do there. But I want to go ahead and get this covered. So I'm going to go ahead and take, and I covered for my borders. I did tape all the way across. So and I didn't use glue because I don't want any like any bumps or crinkles or anything like that in it. So I did not use the glue for this. Okay. And I'm actually putting this right on the edge of the box. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and dye my corners. Okay, or not dye them, but get the ink and kind of what do you call it? Ink my edges. So just like that. Okay. So I'm going to ink my edges again over here. And ink my edges on the bottom. And I can spread a little bit of ink all over my, just to kind of give it that little vintage worn look. Okay, so there is our roof. Yay! So, okay, so now for this part here, I am going to go ahead and put some of this pretty lace like so. I'm going to kind of want it like this. About right here. And I may be a little longer on some than, but that is okay because I don't want to get them too short because then I'll have to recut and I don't have another piece of this. And I don't want to waste it because it's so pretty. Okay, so then on this side here, I went ahead and fussy cut, and I know it's a lot of fussy cutting, right? But I went ahead and fussy cut one of the borders from the paper, and because I absolutely just loved these beautiful ornaments. So I went ahead and fussy cut this out, and I'm going to stick it right here. So it's going to go on the edge here of our house. Okay, so I think that's going to look like super, super cute. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to, if I have some left, which I found another piece. So this will go here like this. And then on this side here where we have this gap, because we haven't focused on this part yet, this will go like this. I may go ahead and see if I have a little border or something maybe left over in my stash that I can go ahead and cover that up there. Okay. So, or let's see here. I don't know if that'll work. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that part, and then we'll go ahead finish up this part here, and then we'll go ahead and finish up the other part of the house. So on this part, that's that. This was for the roof. Okay, so for the roof, I am gonna glue this on here. Yeah, I think I cut it too long. That's okay. All right, so for the roof, I'm gonna attach it like this. Okay, so it's actually gonna be attached like this. Like this. I don't know if I want it overhang. Okay, so it's about 1/4 of an inch from there. And for this part, I'm going to go ahead and use glue so that way it is attached to the house. So you can go ahead and use your art glitter glue if you wanted to. So that's probably what I will be using. So to attach it to the house, I'm actually going to, let's see here. I want to, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do like very little dots all the way down the side of the roof here. Okay, and I'm going to just So, once I get this stuck on here, I will be right back, okay, y'all? Okay, guys, so I got it to stick down, so it's down. Yay! So there is the roof. So we just got to fix this little part right here. So don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Still am thinking about that. So meanwhile, while we think about that, I am going to go ahead and let this dry. Okay, really good. And while this is drying, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put together this part here. Okay, so for this part, I picked out this paper. I picked out this paper. I picked out these two for the sides of the box because I thought that they were like really, really super pretty and really wanted to kind of give it like a homey Christmassy feel. So let's go ahead and do the back of the box. So I think for the back, just going to go ahead and I'm going to leave like a border around this. Oh yeah, and I wanted to add a pocket to the side. I forgot, because since this is the back, I wanted to add like a little pocket, and so I'm gonna kind of slide this over this way. Again, I'm just bringing this up a little bit closer to me so I can see it. And I'm just following this down with my finger, making sure that it's even. Okay. And then making sure that this top part is even before I lay everything down and really stick it on there. Okay. So excited, you guys. Like, seriously. I'm like really excited for this box. Like, and I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this down and burnish it in with my fingers. Okay, just like that. And I left this part here because I'm gonna put a little pocket right here on this side because I want to add some tags. So on this side right here, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the Christmas tree. On this side over here, we will be putting this beautiful scenery, and then this will be for the front. So we're going to go ahead and take this off here, and I'm just going to use my fingers. Now I was going to say I was going to use the little X-Acto knife, but I'm just so used to using my fingers. When I have a hard time like this, though, I will grab it. Yes, for sure. Just to get stuff started, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just making sure that everything's even on here. And I want to make sure that it's even with this part too. So you want to make sure that it's even with the other parts of your our two sides on. And we're just going to add probably maybe a little border on each one. Okay. And then I will be right back.